Hello, Space Watchers. I am Faleti Kofoworola Joshua, and I'm here with Alma, the Executive Director of World Space Week. Here we are here to talk about how World Space Week can contribute, in numerous ways, to the African space ecosystem development. So, without further ado, Alma, before we go into the questions proper, how are you? How are you? Are you enjoying yourself? How's the workshop for you? How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been a very interesting experience. As much as possible, we always try to support sister organizations like the SJs. But I think it's because of their mandate, which is for youth and young professionals, is particularly important in Africa, where the population is predominantly below the age of 30 years. So having sorts of workshops yet particularly important. So I think it's an Einzelnerlebnis.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you very much for that. So moving on, the World Space Week coming up next year, the king living in space. I think it's very, very interesting. I think it's something that Africa can benefit from. So first of all, the African Space Agency (AFSA) will be inaugurated April next year, and being the coordinating entity for events in Africa. How do you think World Space Week can collaborate with the African Space Agency, to organize events that can lead to developments in Africa? Not necessarily development, but organize important events.
Uh, Well, first of all, the way in which we deliver the events, we don't actually have events as World Space Week Association. We operate through national coordinators across the world who also coordinates events within their respective countries. Well, outside of that, yes, we do have um, perhaps I'd say collaborations with certain agencies, and there's no reason why the African Space Agency could not be one of them, and perhaps in their own right could opt certain events within World Space Week, the actual time of the 4th to the 10th of October, or leading up to World Space Week for awareness, because we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing it? And one of the core reasons is to spread awareness about the space site. And that is only going to help the mission of the African Space Agency if they take the issue of awareness very seriously and put off events in accordance with that.
All right. I hope. I'm sure our audience includes Dr. Tidiane and every other high-ranking member of the African Space Agency. So hopefully they can hear and do what is needful. Secondly, the theme itself, living in space, it invites it invites Africans or the global citizens to not only explore but also ensure that life in space is sustainable. It's a call to action. It's a call for innovation. So, in your opinion, with your understanding of the current African space realities, how do you think Africa can respond to this call?
When we become okay. Firstly, when we set themes for World Space Week, which is done at the board level, we try to have themes that have global relevance or that can be appreciated further. So, and in addition to that, we have the sorry, come on, Justice, you can
Yeah, it's no problem.
yeah. So, in addition to actually ensuring that these themes have global significance, we also try to have themes that are inspiring. So it's not so you meet with space where you are as a nation, as an organization, and as an individual. So there is, I guess, from the question you asked, the implication that, okay, living in space habitation, isn't that a bit too progressive for the African continent? That's what I really want to ask. So the thing is, presently, we look at space and space technology, space dependent technology, to the extent that it can meet our socioeconomic requirements, which is excellent. But we mustn't think that doing that is mutually exclusive from having a long term plan for space. Because whether or not you're involved, the rest of the world is having that conversation. And by the time you're ready to have that conversation. Exactly. You may not have a space at table here. So exactly. So that's why it's important that you embrace this particular theme from where you are and realize, okay, fine, we may have deficits in terms of space infrastructure, space capacity, whether it's human capacity, etc. And they happily bridge that, whether it's internally or through international cooperation. How can you then begin to bridge some of those gaps? So I think it's a very aspirational theme that helps you direct, all programs to be able to be at least not on par, but close enough with your fellow participants.
Yeah, I agree. Because if Africa is going to have a space as at the table, as I said, it has to do what it plates as what Africa's contemporaries are doing. And yeah, I agree with you. I think it's important. And I think that brings us to the end of this very fruitful conversation. Thank you very much for your time, partners. It was nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Space Watchers.
Space Watchers out.